That's enough. That's enough of that. That's a health hazard. So while I have your attention, we've got some pea shoots coming up, and you can see these right now. For next week, these will be about this tall. So nice, really thick pea shoots ready to go with our herbs for the coming week. No fire involved. We're trying to tease you here. Hoping you're going to come up this next Thursday, July 31st, for our open house to be able to see some of these cool plants in bloom, such as this Passiflora. You'll also be able to get a bird's eye view on some things such as these cool cannas that are from seed. They're much nicer than the tropical series that we've had in the past. These are the Canovas, also bred by American Taki, the same breeder as our older series, but you can see how clean they are with no virus being from seed, and the flowers and the size remind you of some of the older varieties that are grown vegetatively. But yes, these are from seed, and they're fairly fast in production because they're one of the first F1 hybrid cannas. So I'm here with Kristen. I dragged her over here, and what do you say, Kristen? What are we going to do with these cyclamen?
Well, basically right now we're selling these as a pre-finished crop, so if you haven't gotten your order in, now's the time. You can go direct with us or through your favorite broker. Doug and I are in a fresh crop of Asian vegetables that we use as an ornamental in the fall season. They're incredibly popular for containers, window boxes, things of that nature, or even planted in the ground. I have a Joy Choy, which is going to get a lot bigger but has some really nice veining. And Doug, you want to mention what you have?
Do you know what I have? Yes.
A rainbow
You're
Swiss
right.
chard.
Bright light Swiss chard. We have Bok Choy, Joy Choy, Pak Choy, Tuscan cabbage, some kind of mustard.
Upright kale.
Yeah, there's more than that even. Yeah, we got stuff. Phlox Flame, great perennial. It's got a nice long bloom time. Phlox Flame. We have our 2.5-inch product. Just a reminder, they come in trays of 12, and these polka dot plants, otherwise known as hypoestes, are ready. And we'll be having these for a little while, along with things such as peperomias, Rex begonias, a lot of really nice Rex begonias, and a few other products. So keep a watch on our list for what we have in 2.5-inch pots. We're starting to ship some peppers, the ornamental peppers. These are 4-inch. We've got 4-inch and we have 6-inch. And as you can see, we've got some nice purple color on here. This is a variety Masquerade. And coming behind that, we've got many other colors, yellow, oranges, reds, that will be coloring up very soon. 4-inch and 6-inch ornamental peppers. New salvia that are grown from vegetatively from cuttings, and these red salvia are quite vigorous. They're meant for large use in the landscape. These are not a 12-inch salvia. These will get a lot of size to them, and they will bloom all summer. And then you can see in this display the typical super vigorous yellow Thunbergia that are climbing up the trellis here. And next to those, just to the left, we're looking at some new Selecta begonias, and we're hoping that people will take advantage of these colors. They're not the typical bonfire. They're much neater, and they're called Mistral. M-I-S-T-R-A-L, after the winds that come down from the north in France. They're Mistral red, Mistral orange, and Mistral dark red. Standing next to the cypress, 2 cypress varieties we grow, we've got the Nile Queen and we've got Nile Princess. So if you don't remember much else on these, just Queen and Princess, Queen and Princess. Some people have this name King Tut, which is a trademark name. Because it's trademarked and not patented, it's still available to everyone. And with that in mind, this is the name we're using is Nile Queen. And I'd say this Nile Princess formerly was called Little Tut. So if you're not fully confused, just think of Queen and Princess, and I can tell you that this variety, the Princess, now Princess, is by far our best-selling cypress. It just fills out, and you can see how great it grows. It just keep it moist. It could sit in water 24 hours a day, no problem. It just likes to be moist. This well-known Pennisetum rubrum, an annual grass, just starting to come into flower. Everyone's pretty familiar with that. Nice red leaves. These are all from tissue culture. Got a really good source with varieties that get nice and red. We've got two new patented varieties. They're new to us. They've been on the market a few years. And this is Skyrocket. And the one on my right is Fireworks. Nice, rich red. And you can see one nice thing about coming to look at the trial is these were planted at the same time. So you can see how the Skyrocket will put on much more growth than the Fireworks. Skyrocket's just a little bit smaller than the typical Pennisetum rubrum, but there is definitely a difference in size. This is another Pan-American variety from seed, Isotoma. It's a blue Isotoma. What's interesting is that a lot of us, I thought it was a cool crop, yet it seems to do well as summer comes along, right into August. It seems to just flower more and more, and it's a nice thick plant, underutilized plant. It's a blue Isotoma from Pan American seed.